My name is Dave Evans. I'm with Fairway Independent Mortgage. I'm a mortgage loan originator, and I've been with Fairway for about 2.5 years, and I've been in the business 12. The most rewarding part of being a loan officer for me is helping people realize that homeownership is within their reach, helping them understand that that's the pathway to prosperity and really helping them achieve their dreams of homeownership. So one loan that had a really big impact on me was we were working with a gentleman who had been retired from the service for a while. He was working downtown, making good money, been at his job for a long time, and just never thought homeownership was within his reach. When we got a chance to sit down with him, my friend Andre and I sat down with him and went over what it looks like to buy a home and what it looks like to utilize a VA loan. He didn't realize he could get into a house with basically no money down. And part of the beauty of the VA loan system is they really help vets get in and get caught up and be able to purchase homes or do things that they might not otherwise be able to do because they did spend time in the service supporting our country. So that one was particularly memorable for me because we literally took him from not thinking homeownership was even a possibility to walking him through, getting his certificate of eligibility, helping him understand what that meant, and then getting him into a house. And you know, it's been about 10 years since we closed that deal. He was one of my, he was somebody I worked with in the very first few years of my career, but he made such an impact on me. We're actually still friends to this day. He calls me for financial advice. He calls me when he wants to know about his kids and their finances. He calls me anytime he wants to buy something. And recently, I just talked to him this year, somebody had called him about the possibility of doing solar on his property. So we talked about the positives and negatives of that. So there are those impactful clients, but I would say that one is the one that has stuck with me the most and provided the most inspiration for me to keep doing what I'm doing. So I think the number one thing that my team and I do to make the process streamlined and stress-free is we just communicate with the client a lot up front about what it looks like, what the process is, why we do particular things, because all of this is new to every client. We in the industry just understand how this works. So it really is just walking them through each and every step so that they're comfortable making that next step. They don't know what's around the next corner. So it's really important for us to paint a picture of what is around the next corner when they're buying their first home. So I think one of the proudest moments of my career lately has been the fact that I became certified a few years ago to do reverse mortgages. That's really opened up a new world for me in the lending business because it is kind of a totally different pathway. But to be able to sit down with people who are in retirement age or over 62 looking to live a more fruitful retirement and really understanding what utilizing a home equity conversion mortgage or a reverse mortgage is and how that can benefit them, that has been extremely rewarding in the last few years. So I think one skill that's helped me throughout the years being a loan officer is my absolute passion for numbers. So even when I was in college, when I owned my own business prior to entering the mortgage business, I was always a real numbers guy. So I have a way that I can explain numbers to clients, explain numbers to people that I'm working with, all the way from when, like I said, when I owned my own business, all the way up till now. I have a way of constructing an understanding of the numbers so that it makes sense even at the most basic level. So outside the lending business, what I like to do with my free time is spend a lot of time with my family. I do have 2 daughters. One's 21, she's currently in college up in Utah. My other one is 17 and heading off to the Air Force Academy this June. So we like to spend as much time as we can right now with the kids. And outside of that, we enjoy camping, boating, and off-roading. Those are kind of our 3 vices in my family. If you're thinking about becoming part of the lending industry or becoming a mortgage lender, the one piece of advice that I would give anyone coming in that is absolutely crucial to your success would be find a mentor. Find someone that's going to work with you, to explain the process, to help you understand what this business is about, because it is very difficult in the beginning to get started. unless you have a mentor that can really lead you. So when I came into the business, I was very fortunate to work with someone who took me under their wing. They were able to show me not only how to interact with clients and how to attract clients, but how to understand constructing a deal. That information for me, that's what's tough to come by. Anybody can go and get their mortgage license. Anybody can understand the business mathematically or numerically how a loan works, but really the intricacies of putting particular clients with particular loan programs, that's an art that you have to figure out. So that's why a mentor is important, and that's what I drew from most of the mentorship that I have. The one thing that we pride ourselves on my team is we get all of our files fully underwritten and pre-approved. Now that does take a little bit more time, but what it offers you as an agent is it offers you a much stronger pre-approval letter because it actually is an underwritten pre-approval letter. And we also offer you a 10-day close guarantee once we get the client to that point. Now, how can we do that? Well, I generally talk to the clients up front, get the application started, talk to them about how their loan structure is going to look, what the numbers are going to look like, how it's going to play out, how we're going to make offers, do all that. Then I have a team, and we'll introduce them to you later, but more than likely everyone will be working with Alyssa right now. She gathers up all the documents, puts all the disclosures together, gets us fully underwritten. Then when you're issued your fully underwritten pre-approval letter, you're going into your offers much stronger. We have a much higher success rate. So that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on my team. If I had one piece of advice for all of my realtor friends and my business partners that I work with now, it is find a loan officer that's going to work the way that you work, that treats your clients the way that you treat them, because what you're doing as a realtor is you're building a business. So you want to meet people that are going to treat your clients the same way. And I think it's really important for realtors to get with their lender every week or as often as it takes until they have a feeling of comfort and understanding for how that loan officer works and what the expectation is within that business model, how the clients are going to be treated, and moved through the process. So my advice to realtors is find a team that works similarly to the way that you work so that your clients are comfortable, and find someone that you're comfortable with enough that you can call at any time and explain numbers or work together to achieve a common goal. That's the best part about having long-term realtor partnerships is you understand when a deal gets tough, that's when you know that you've chosen the right team. I think all too often in this business, deals go and they go smoothly. And there's not a lot of understanding for, hey, look, there's a lot of work behind that. Everybody just kind of expects everything to go smoothly. But the best part about the team that I've developed with the title company that I prefer to work with the realtors that I prefer to work with, the best thing we do is in the trenches when it's not pretty. It's always easy to do it when it's smooth sailing. But when you're in the trenches, that's when you want to know. So my advice is just get to know your lender, get to know your title company, get to be very acquainted with the way that they do business. So my decision to continue my career with Fairway Independent Mortgage really stems from my interview when I first got here. I walked in the door, I had a couple friends that worked here, so that was comfortable for me. I was looking to make a move. When I got here and I met the owner, they really made me feel comfortable, and I realized that my values were really in alignment with what they have. So they always are customer-centric. It's a family environment here. The loan officers at this particular office are not competitive with each other. They're absolutely supportive of everyone in the building. So for me, that makes a huge difference. I can take any particular scenario that I have or any difficult loan scenario that I have, and I can take it right down the hall. I can talk to Patty. I can talk to Michelle. I can talk to Joey. I can ask anyone in here about a situation, and they're always very helpful. So for me, the environment in which I could thrive is here. Now, for a realtor, why would you want to do business with Fairway Independent Mortgage? I would say the number one reason a realtor would want to work with us is for the support that we provide them to grow their business. This room right here, this is a green screen room. We provide support for social media. We provide all kinds of different events. We host CE classes. We have a red carpet kit that you can shoot videos with. We have someone here that we employ that supports us in our social media needs. So everything you need as a realtor to grow your business, we have it here. You just got to put yourself out there and go get it. And every loan officer in here is willing to help you with that, because that's really our goal, right? Is to grow your business.